browser.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Why would we want to pay for a browser?
Oh my gosh, this changes everything.
It was one of those kind of wow moments for me.
It's going to change the industry.
Stunned.
I was blown away, honestly.
Gosh, yes, so much has changed, I think, over the last few years for all of us. Everyone operates on SaaS applications now, so it's much more efficient for people to work from anywhere and be able to access any systems that they need to. But from a security perspective, that poses its own challenges.
Controlling, corporate assets on corporate networks, that's kind of a thing of the past.
Applications have gone more and more to being web-based. With that comes additional concerns, right? Additional vulnerabilities.
95% of our work is being done in the browser. We were exploring many solutions, including cloud workstations, remote desktops, giving laptops to contractors. Each solution was a really huge burden and was not scalable.
We are a remote-first company. Probably 85 to 90% of our employees do work remote. So it's critical that we protect that last mile.
You're really running blind if you've got hundreds and hundreds of SaaS applications. That's really, really difficult, if not impossible, to keep track of every single movement of every single system. You need your employees to be successful, and the last thing you want to do is get in the way of business.
The first time I heard the words enterprise browser, my first reaction was, I'm sorry, you're going to ask me to pay for a browser?
You're crazy. What are you talking about? A browser? What's that got to do with security?
It's a browser.
Honestly, I didn't fully believe that it was gonna work the way that they were telling me, just because it's just such a different approach.
And I think that's everyone's first natural reaction. But as you start to talk about use cases, and as you started talking about, no, but what can we actually build into that natural flow? Oh my gosh, this changes everything.
I didn't see a browser as something that could be intelligent. And I think when I had that, oh my God moment, that there is so much I could do, I felt foolish, honestly, at first, because I thought that this dumb browser was just something that everybody used every day.
The idea of simplifying the solution to a point where you put it in a browser and put it on the client side was, in my eyes, mind-blowing. I actually thought it was strange that nobody did it before.
It just checked so many boxes of what we were missing. It was probably the most exciting product I've ever heard about in my life.
The difference with Island is that their ability to get between the presentation layer and that back-end application, and in essence, protect the user from themselves in a lot of ways.
I've never had this much capability to control and manage the browser in this fashion and really lock it down the way that I need to.
It just so fundamentally changes how we think about solving problems. That's the piece that blows our mind. Of course, why wouldn't we take all of our traditional controls, traditional technologies, virtualize that, and embed it into the browser session itself?
Island has definitely simplified our technology security stack in a way that has allowed us to better utilize our IT resources. And I think we're starting to see where my IT team can actually give back to the business and help grow the business.
The biggest thing that stood out to me is just how flexible it is. What Island does with the management console and the capabilities that they give you to really lock down things, everything from isolating what's happening within the browser, obfuscating data, preventing screen captures.
We have anti-phishing controls, web filtering, data loss prevention, sandbox downloads.
For identities, for privacy, for audit, for all these components.
The installation is super easy, it's just a basic browser.
If you think about having visibility across anything to do with the internet, and you're able to collect data, apply controls, so that I now can write detections against all of that, I've never been able to do that before.
For my team, when it comes to the administrative backend for virtual infrastructure, how you deliver that, manage it, administrate it, secure it, and all the costs that's associated with that, it really is a game changer and helps drive our business forward.
It's changed so many things in so many dramatic ways.
It's the first security tool that we've ever implemented that the end users actually really enjoy.
We can do things that we didn't used to think we could do, and we're becoming better business partners because of it. Securely giving people the ability to work the way they want to work, and yet still getting all the things that we need from a security provider.
The enterprise browser is both inevitable and invaluable. The level of control, visibility that you get in an instant. As simple as just opening a browser and then carrying on with my work. I mean, it's ridiculous when you think about it. Like, where have we been all these years?
Absolutely, the enterprise browser is going to disrupt a lot of other solutions, period.